As per sources, we're learning that the meeting between Putin and Donald Trump is reportedly being considered for the city of Girdwood in Alaska. The Alaska Resort Hotel is a potential venue for the event. Currently, accommodation at the resort is fully booked for August 14 and 15, which corresponds with the expected dates of the meeting between the two leaders. Girdwood is a resort town situated in the southern region of the municipality of Anchorage in Alaska. So that's the update that is coming in as far as the meeting between Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin is concerned. As per sources, we're learning that the meeting is reportedly being considered for the city of Girdwood in Alaska. And the Alaska Resort Hotel is a potential venue for the event, and currently accommodation at the resort is also fully booked for August 14 and 15, which corresponds with the expected dates of the meeting. So all eyes are now on this big meeting between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Let's listen in to Donald Trump.
I thought it was very respectful that the president of Russia is coming to our country as opposed to us going to his country or even a third-party place. But I think we'll have constructive conversations. Then after that meeting, immediately, maybe as I'm flying out, maybe as I'm leaving the room, I'll be calling the European leaders who I get along with very well. And, you know, I have a great relationship, I think, with all of them. And I get along with Zelensky, but, you know, I disagree with what he's done.
So Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump will be meeting. All eyes are on the meeting now. It is reportedly being considered, Alaska is being considered for the meeting between the two leaders. The Alaska Resort Hotel is a potential venue for the event, and currently accommodation at the resort is also fully booked for August 14 and 15, which corresponds with the expected dates of the meeting. Although Zelensky will not be a part of the meeting, so Ukraine will not be participating in this meeting. Let's listen in to what he said.
Також сьогодні була доповідь розвідки і військового командування про те, на що розраховує Путін і до чого реально готується. Зокрема, це і приготування воєнні. Він точно не готується до припинення вогню і війни. Путін налаштований тільки на те, щоб подати зустріч з Америкою як свою особисту перемогу. І далі продовжувати діяти так, як і раніше. Тиснути на Україну так, як і раніше. Немає жодної ознаки, що росіяни отримали сигнали готуватись до післявоєнної ситуації. Поки що немає. Навпаки, вони переміщують свої війська та сили таким чином, щоб розпочати нові наступальні операції. Якщо хтось готується до миру, він цього не робить. Ми продовжуємо інформувати наших партнерів про реальну ситуацію на полі бою, в дипломатії та в російському плануванні подальших дій.
And my colleague Rohit Sharma is now joining us with more details on this. Rohit, throw some light on the significance of choosing Alaska as the meeting place for Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin.
Well, I think, you know, to be fair to both the leaders, it's kind of a middle point. You know, they don't have to travel too far. We've seen President Trump complaining about traveling too far. So I think, you know, there is that context of what's kind of a middle ground for both of them to meet. It's closer to the Russian president, and it's also closer to fly here from Washington, D.C. Not enough, though it's like 7-hour flight. But I think President Trump, you know, from among the other ideas that were put forward, he picked on Alaska. Again, historical context, Alaska was a Russian territory, which was purchased by the U.S. not too long ago, about 150 some years ago. So that allows both the leaders to, you know, save time, travel closer, and then meet you know, in a setting where they both can, as President Trump said, they both can feel, you know, what the other leader is thinking. So that's there. And then, you know, we were able to pick up on the location, which is going to be Anchorage in Alaska. There is a resort in Girdwood, which is very close to where Anchorage is. And I think that's where, you know, we've been trying to pick up mostly both the leaders would be meeting up. It's called the Alaska Resort in Anchorage, Alaska, where this most anticipated meeting, and that's been planned for over 6 months, which is what President Trump has said, ongoing negotiations have resulted into. So this Friday, August 15th, is when both the leaders would be meeting in Anchorage, Alaska. And as you know, we were showing earlier, that President Trump has said that he's going to be calling President Zelensky, he's going to be speaking with European Union, and then after his meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, he's going to call them back and tell them if there is a consideration of ceasefire. So I think it'll be a very interesting week. We know for a fact that on Wednesday there's going to be a call of President Trump speaking with his European partners, and then we'll see how this meeting turns out. And again, just to remind everybody, this would be Vladimir Putin's first meeting in 10 years in the U.S. The last time he was in the U.S. was in 2015 when President Obama met him in New York. So this is a big deal. And the last time President Trump met Vladimir Putin was in 2019. So a lot to look forward to it. All eyes will be in Alaska. And as President Trump said, he would probably figure it out after the meeting if President Putin is serious about negotiating and ceasefire or not.
Right, Rohit, do stay with us. So global diplomacy eyes this much awaited Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin meeting. All eyes are now on the upcoming Trump-Putin meeting in Alaska, which the US president says will focus on ending the Ukraine war. Donald Trump has promised to tell Vladimir Putin to end the war, pushing for a Russia-Ukraine ceasefire and signaling that he will walk away if the terms aren't right. Trump also said that Zelensky will not attend the Alaska talks, but hinted he may meet both leaders in a future round.